reporter Samantha-Jo has much more on how Scott's decision could impact his tenure in Congress. Samantha-Jo.
Tammy, Senator-elect Rick Scott loses 3 places in seniority as a result of the delay, meaning that he will arrive in Washington as the most junior incoming senator, which could be an ongoing challenge for him depending on how long he decides to serve in the U.S. Senate.
It's sort of a strange situation.
As newly elected senators settle into their new roles on Capitol Hill, Rick Scott will be playing catch-up as a result of his decision to finish out his term as governor.
Historically, would see, governors leaving office early so they could get to Congress potentially a few days early. There have been some instances of that where maybe the previous member would resign, allow the other person to take office a few days earlier in order to accumulate seniority.
Why is seniority important? It plays a major role in committee assignments, office space, the seating chart on the Senate floor, and eventually chairmanships. Some are questioning the move, especially because the governor's schedule has been looking pretty open over the last few weeks.
It's not like there's some sort of huge crisis that he's really dealing with back home. So again, I don't quite understand it.
During his run for Senate, Scott campaigned on a platform of reforming Washington, including imposing term limits. But his decision is something experts say may foreshadow his possible intentions of seeking higher office.
Potentially, he could be a candidate for president in 6 years as opposed to running for re-election to the Senate in 2024. So maybe from that instance, or in that instance, seniority doesn't really mean all that much to him.
Regardless of Scott's motivations, some are applauding the move.
I think it's kind of an honorable thing for him to finish out his term before becoming the Senate. Is that going to hurt his advancement in the Senate? I don't think so.
Scott's going to be a prominent member of the Republican Senate caucus regardless. He's, former governor. He represents arguably the most important swing state in the whole country. I would think that leadership will take care of him.
Well, Scott will attend incoming Governor Ron DeSantis' inauguration tomorrow and then will be sworn in at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. For now, we're live on Capitol Hill. Samantha-Jo, Spectrum News 13.